Hey there, it's Bethany Stahl, and today we're going to be learning how to use ACX. This is the best website to upload your audiobook and get it out there. So, my favorite feature of uploading a book to ACX is you actually get the option of when your book is selling on Amazon to have a little button underneath that says listen. Now, your customers can click on that, hear a few seconds of your audiobook, and then choose to buy it or not. The best option is that even if you're not sure if your book will sell as an audiobook or you don't think it will sell at all as an audiobook, that feature is great to have, so it is worth going through the steps to put it up on Audible. However, you never know. You could sell hundreds of books. Audiobooks are becoming more and more popular, and it's a great resource to have. So let's get started. First, you're going to go to acx.com, and now you guys should be seeing my screen, and here you'll have your platform. When you first create your ACX account, it's going to walk you through a lot of things of creating your tax settings, all sorts of stuff that you're gonna have to sit down and just go ahead and do that. As you can see, I haven't even finished setting up my account, but I already have an audiobook live. Today, I wanted to make an audiobook for Save the Ocean. So let me go ahead and click on more titles. Great, this is great. So it's syncing with Amazon, so it can see all the books that are on Amazon. So I am just going to say, this is my book. I am not looking for someone to narrate and produce my audiobook since I already have Save the Ocean recorded as an audiobook. So I am going to go ahead and leave that, but I'm going to choose the option that I have audio files for this book and I want to sell it. So we are going to walk through how to record and everything of that sort. So I do own all the rights. I am choosing non-exclusive royalty. Now, this is important for you guys to look into because exclusive royalty is not bad, but non-exclusive is better for me because I am producing it on my YouTube channel as well. So it is non-exclusive with ACX. So that is the option I'm choosing. And it's in English. Okay, I have already read this before, but as you may really want to do, I always recommend you read agreements and fully understand programs before you go ahead and do that. Okay, so what all this gibberish is my HTML from my Amazon description page. I know that's right, so I am just not going to touch it. I'm the copyright owner. The copyright year is 2019, and the audio copyright year is also 2019. My book is fiction. The best category for my book is kids. The narrator is myself and my husband, and the publisher is myself. Now, if you have a publisher doing this for you, their name will go there. Reviews and awards. I do have reviews and awards for this book. However, I'm just going to skip this currently. Okay, this program is so great because it reminds you every single time what you need to do. For a children's book, I do not need to do chapters, so I am just going to go save and continue. Now we have this screen. It's perfect because it breaks it down, and I'm pointing to my screen. It breaks it down into these different sections. And all you have to do is upload your opening credits for a children's book. It's just one audio file of the center of the book, and then your closing credits. And of course, a retail audio sample. So I do have my book already finished. So I am just going to find it in the mess of my computer and prepare it to be used. All right, so I was able to find my audio. So my audio is already formatted into one complete piece, I just have to trim off the end, because at the end of my animated audiobook, which is this audio is from, Kalisha and Agwe sort of go into a off-the-cuff rap about the ocean and sort of have some fun. So at the end of all my animations, the characters are kind of free to express themselves, but since that's not in the story, it cannot be in the audiobook. So I just have to go to the end of this and cut off that last little piece. Okay. Okay, so that's a part of the rap. Let's see.
Protecting our home. The end.
Okay, so we want the end separated. So I am just going to go ahead and put this in a multi-track. It can be untitled for now. No, okay. Okay, let me put that in here. Okay. And scrolling. Okay, I am really zoomed in. Okay, I know that little bump right there is where we say the end. So I want that cut out, so that is going to end with the last page.
Thank you for protecting our home.
Okay.
Somewhere in the ocean.
Perfect. So I'm just going to go ahead and export this. Multi-track mixdown, entire session. Need to make sure I am saving in Save the Ocean. Okay, MP3, that's all good. Okay, so to name it, I'm gonna do : save the ocean. So I do want this to be proper in terms of the labeling. There is information on labeling if you go into the help section, but for an audiobook of a children's book, it gets a little bit messy because you don't necessarily have clean chapters of chapter 1, chapter 2. You just have the meat of the book. So I label it as 1. It's the only one. And then instead of labeling it chapter 1 or chapter name or anything like that, I just call it Save the Ocean, because that is the book we are doing. Now let's see, that should be completed. So let me go into Save the Ocean. I named it STO. Mixdown. Here we are. Upload that. All right, and I just always listen to it just to make sure.
Somewhere in the ocean, surrounded by a sea of beautiful creatures, lives Kalisha, a brilliant young mermaid. One day, Agwe swam by Kalisha's coral home on his way to find a delicious meal of jellyfish, Agwe's favorite.
Can I come with you today?
Kalisha asked, hoping she could see more.
Okay, so that is perfect. Now, I am going to keep referencing my other audiobook for exactly how I did the opening credits and closing credits because, again, I want to be consistent with myself. And I don't remember exactly word for word what I said, despite the fact that I just did this a few days ago. So I need to go ahead and make sure I know what I said. Okay.
This audiobook is Save the Arctic, Book 2 of the Save the Earth series.
Okay, I am just going to go ahead and go in Audition, delete that. I am going to make a new audio file. Intro. Okay, now you guys get to hear my narration voice. This audiobook is Save the Ocean, Book 1 of the Save the Earth series, written by Bethany Stahl, narrated by Bethany and Robert Stahl. Okay. Let's see how that did. It was really zoomed in there. Holy cow. All right, so back to Ugh. Okay, you always gotta delete that, like, awkward part that we don't want a dorky laugh at the beginning. Okay, let's see how this went.
This audiobook is Save the Ocean, Book 1 of the Save the Earth series, written by Bethany Stahl, narrated by Bethany and Robert Stahl.
Okay, I got way too excited and saying the series name, so let's see my second take.
This audiobook is Save the Ocean, Book 1 of the Save the Earth series, written by Bethany Stahl, narrated by Bethany and Robert Stahl.
Okay, definitely that second take did it. So I'm just gonna crop that down, export, multi-track mix down, entire section, and this is going to be STO intro. Okay, let's go back to ACX, browse, and we need STO intro, open. Let's just make sure.
This audiobook is Save the Ocean, Book 1 of the Save the Earth series, written by Bethany Stahl, narrated by Bethany and Robert Stahl.
Perfect. All right. And now closing credits. Let me see. I believe this is just the end.
The end.
Yes. Okay. So now I need to just go back in here and get my original audio back in. Cancel. That's not what I wanted. Just because I only need that one little section where my narrator says the end. Boom, 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 boom. Right there. That is it. So everything else needs to go away. Alright, file, export, multi-track mixdown, entire session. Okay, STO, the end. Okay. Back to Audible. Now you guys can have this done beforehand. I am a procrastinator, so I do everything as forced. So if I don't have to have it ready yet, it's not going to be ready. Obviously, I do work in a very chaotic fashion, and you don't have to do that.
The end.
Perfect. Now, a retail audio sample, 5 minutes or less. Obviously, my full production is 2 minutes long, so I do want a short section. So what I'm going to do is take that full audio yet again and just listen to, I really like hearing the voices of the characters, and I think that's a really good way for customers when they're listening to it to be like, oh yeah, I really love that. My kid is going to find this so funny, and it kind of guides them on how to read your book. So let's find something.
One day, Agwe swam by Kalisha's coral home on his way to find a delicious meal of jellyfish, Agwe's favorite.
Can I come with you today?
Kalisha asked, hoping she could see more of the reef with her good friend, who was almost 100 years old. Of course you can, Kalisha. Grab onto my shell and let's go. He laughed as he swam forward with the current of the ocean.
Okay, I love Agwe's voice. So I definitely want Agwe in here.
Were just plastic bags, which ended up in the ocean, but they looked like jellyfish. This has been happening more and more, Agwe said sadly, still feeling hungry. There have been... Grab onto my shell, let's go! He laughed as he swam forward with the current of the ocean.
Oh look, I see some jellies over there.
Kalisha pointed to a group of jellyfish. With a big smile, Agwe headed towards the jellies, eating so many, like they were candy.
Okay. I think that's a great section. It's a little over 30 seconds, which is, I believe 30 seconds for the last one. But I really enjoy that section of the book.
One day, Agwe swam by Kalisha's coral home on his way to find a delicious meal of jellyfish, Agwe's favorite.
Can I come with you today?
Kalisha asked, hoping she could see more of the reef.
Okay, I love it. We're just going to go with it before I think too much about it and hate it. So, STO, audio sample. Okay. Now let's go back, browse, get back down to audio sample. Sweet. Okay. That is it. So what are the issues with the uploaded audio? Okay, maybe it's because I don't have cover art uploaded, which is required. Okay, I am going to go ahead and upload my cover. Okay, save. Perfect. Okay, that was the issue. Woo! I was like, wait, no, I'm doing this great tutorial. Okay, so don't forget, up in this corner, you have to put your cover art on before you are done. It is published by me, and I understand and confirm. Now, this part does take a little bit to publish. It has to be approved. I would say it took maybe 2 or 3 weeks to get approved. So there is some delay time. Just relax. Everything's probably fine. It will go through and then they will email you when it is available to purchase. As you can see, I went through this whole process in 10 minutes, and that was with me creating my own audio as I went. So this is a super easy process. If you guys want to do it, I highly recommend it. So I hope this tutorial helped. And if you have any questions at all, definitely reach out and ask me. These courses are to teach you. So I want you to be learning. I want you to understand what's happening. Don't be afraid if ACX changes how it's laid out over time. If you're watching this far into the future, everything is probably going to be the same series of steps. So if it looks a little different, don't panic. Websites change all the time, but the processes are always still the same. So I really hope this helped, and good luck with your audiobook.